They were swapping it down because all the homeless people the night before, it was their urinal. And, nothing like making movies. And Hollywood now having a good time. But it kept the energy up. And because Keith is a competitor, and like right here, when he was speaking, was he coming back? Ladies and gentlemen, and thank you. He's a competitor. So when you got into it, like, boom, he's got a good memory. He knew when to throw them, and he was there. And to keep from everybody getting killed, especially me, just had to keep a certain amount of control and a lot of ducking going on. But I like this part about it, because John wanted, he said it right so the guys on the other side can see. They did the same thing in the movie. She's so beautiful. No, Rod, there's the camera. Look over there. They're so fun. So sweet to me. I was an asshole. I mean, you've been booming me for years. You stabbed me 3 times. I guess that meant you didn't like me a lot, but you bought a lot of dolls and, confusing. That's doing, they were writing a song about me. The first line was, he's got more issues than TV guy. Anyway, so, in the fight, this is the coolest part for me. John Carpenter had me watch The Quiet Man, the John Wayne Marino era. And that was the longest fight in cinema history at that time. And he told me he wanted to fight longer than that. But he wanted a fight between 2 friends. And that's and what a wonderful job he did. And John Carpenter wanted a fight between 2 friends, because the fight of They Live matched the characters and the arc of the script, as opposed to like with a lot of martial arts fighting. I got all the respect in the world for them, but 87 punches and 126 kicks later, and I got you, no one's going down, but in this fight, my favorite part of it was this, when it was over, there was a place where I took a 2x4 and Keith was by a car. And I swung the 2x4 at his head. I remember telling him, I said, hey brother, you need to move because I'm coming. And he was good about moving. And it broke the windshield of the car. At that time, the character John Nada went like, what am I doing? This is my friend, I could have hurt you. At the same time, that pissed Frank Armitage off. No, that was Frank, did you have a last name? Gotcha, Frank, I don't remember. And he grabs a wine bottle and breaks it to come back with it. But he cuts his own hand. And that makes me, as his friend, laugh and concern. Which is a dumbass thing to do. But, which makes him even more angry, and he comes charging and we go backwards, I think, over a couple cars. But, so that whole sequence in there was the same as the relationship that we had in the movie. So the fight and the arc of the fight matched the movie. And also, I think they cut 5 minutes off, but it's the longest fight in cinema history. It was in the Guinness Book of World Records, and I don't think I know. It's in the top 10 fights in cinema history. And I couldn't have done it without the heart and professionalism that he brought to it.
Put your hand up. Right there. question is about working on the video for the Goonies. Did you have a good time? What was it like?
Yeah. The fat kid and the video from the Goonies, he's my lawyer now. And when we did the Goonies, he was being a little brat, and the Iron Sheik picked him up under his arm, and he ran away and cried for a couple of days, and that was the best thing that happened to him because he's good acting and he's a great attorney.
Has ever gotten you out of trouble with the judge by doing the truffle shuffle?
No, you not. You watch TMZ, you'll know I just get into trouble, not out.
Right here in front.
Famous line. I'm not going to repeat it because I cannot do it justice. I came here to put the plans. I mean, what kind of direction did John told you? He gave you any kind of direction of saying like this or...
Yeah, he says action. And then he says, so John says, hold the roll, which means like burning, we're burning the film and everybody's working. And he said to me, Ron, he says, you're going in a bank and you got sunglasses on and a shotgun and bullets, but you're not supposed to rob, robbing the bank, you need to say something. So like, I'm all out of bubblegum. Lunch! That's it. And that's it. It's just a line I made up. And it was like one I was going to use maybe on a wrestling movie. I don't know, I used to write things down. And then when I wrote them down, they'd come back to my head at the time. I didn't get it, really, why the line became so popular. Because I tried to plant lines since I had done the word, And it's just time, I guess.
Like in a bottle.
Yeah. But something that, speaking of fights, so Meg, she's so sweet. And you remember she had the Indian with the bottle going out the window, right? So she's trying to take care of me. And I take candy bottles and such, but so it's time, and again, it started it. And so she comes up and she's trying to take care of it, so she goes, and the bottle didn't break. No, I'm fine. John says, just a little harder there, maybe. Actually. No, I'm fine. Just a little harder there, Meg. Actually, I'm wrong without doing it. But she was just being real sweet, but I almost got knocked out by a candy bottle. It was a huge bottle. It was heavy. Yeah, thick head.
Questions. Let's go way back. You, sir, with the awesome scar painted on your head.
All right. Meg Foster.
Yes, sir.
You always seem to end up as the evil character. Did you choose that, or did they choose you?
He wants to know why you play so many evil characters.
I don't know.
I don't know. Really, I have a temper, but it's the eyes. I know, probably not. Say? It is not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. No, it isn't. But no, I didn't choose it. But it's interesting. You do tend to. I guess for some reasons we get slotted somewhere. I didn't necessarily think that, for instance, with Holly, I didn't think that she was nasty at all. But she's a lot of fun to play. But the only thing really that was really difficult was when we were walking up to the roof. I don't know why I never thought of it. I just didn't. You don't think. But we were walking up the roof, and you two were going ahead of me, and you went up to me, and I was behind you, and you stopped, and you said, "Now pull out your gun and shoot. Shoot him in the head." And I beg you, I mean, he just said, I said, "Just like that?" He said, "Just like that." Oh, man. Because it's sort of extraordinary. I mean, we forget, but it's true. Do you know? I mean,
How many people figured out that she was going to shoot? Anybody, like, could you predict it?
yeah. I didn't think about it until he said, "Do it." But you know, I mean, that's the other thing. You know, we were saying, like, you know, we'll have the bubble gum when you come. It's a wonderful thing that when you're there, you have these things spinning in your head, and it's the right time. It comes out, and it's perfection. And that's a wonderful thing. And that's what Roddy has. I mean, when I met Roddy, it was, John knew exactly what he was doing. He cast this film so well. Because you had everything, but there was this part that you knew all about. It came through underneath everything, with both of you. You knew what good friends you could be. You knew that you really had that relationship. I can't think of anybody, can you really, who played these two parts? Nobody. Nobody could have. But I don't know why, but it's good. It's good meeting one another. There you have it, huh?
We've got time for one more question. Who's got a really good one? Come on, wave your hands if you've got a burning question right over here.
I guess it's actually with my hero. Okay, Roddy, with John.